I talked about the following in another video, but here's the shorter version of it, and I'm gonna try to make this shorter. So let's look at the reviews. Let's go over the reviews again. Amongst Google audiences, 79 to 88%. Rotten Tomatoes, 58%. Internet Movie Database, 74%. The FBI calls on Ryan Hardy, a former agent with physical and emotional scars, when Joe Carroll, a notorious serial killer he apprehended years earlier, escapes from death row. Joe Carroll, an English professor and novelist fixated on Edgar Allan Poe, mutilated and killed 14 women before he was imprisoned. Ryan Hardy and the FBI learned that while he was incarcerated, Carroll spent his time gathering a collection of cult-like followers. The recruits proved themselves willing to commit murder, facilitate abductions, and even sacrifice themselves in order to help Carroll with his deadly objectives and to achieve his ultimate goal, to exact revenge on Ryan Hardy. This show aired on Fox from 2013 to 2015, a total of 3 seasons and 45 episodes. The genre of this show: psychological thriller, psychological horror, crime drama, suspense. So as that had said, so the guy, Ryan Hardy, who was played by Kevin Bacon, great actor, by the way, FBI agent Ryan Hardy. Before the show took place, Joe Carroll kills 14 people, and Ryan Hardy sends him to prison. After he sends him to prison, he retires from the force. 10 years later, Joe Carroll escapes, and when they found out that he escaped, the FBI called on Ryan Hardy to help track him down, and he rejoins the force. Fast forward. There's constant talk about this guy being on death row. He died by lethal injection near the end of the 3rd season. Now, as far as the ending goes, here's how I can put it. He was fighting with Michael Ealy's character by the name of Theo, and he shoots him in the head and knocks his body into the river, and he's deceased. So Ryan Hardy jumped into the river, faked his death. Everybody believes that he's dead, so he's declared legally dead. And the woman that he was dating, or the woman that he was with, which she gave him a second chance hesitantly because he had problems with communication and he was getting distracted with many things. She's pregnant with his child. And instead of revealing to the world that he's still alive, he goes to the hospital, kills a patient. That patient, by the way, was Diane Neal, who played Lisa Campbell, who was a mole in the FBI. Turns out she was corrupt and made some secret plans with another criminal organization. And now he is on a mission to take down the next criminal organization that ruined his life and many other lives. If I was him, I would have just walked into that room where you had Michael Weston, played by Shawn Ashmore, his niece, Max Hardy, played by Jessica Stroup, and Gwen, that was his lady, who was pregnant with his child, and just said, you know what? I'm going to quit the force. This is what I would have said. I'm going to quit the force, and I'm just going to spend some time with my lady and my child because I just want to live a life of peace, and I just want to take time to de-stress, and I'm going to get a regular job, 9 to 5. I'm going to go work at some factory or warehouse or just do something else, become a salesperson or work at a restaurant, whatever, and just go with that. That would have been a much, much better way to conclude the show, especially considering that it was anticipated it was going to be the finale because Carol had already died and things like that, blah, blah, blah. Now, let me add this. So to those of you that can't stomach too much violence, too much death, too much gore, this may not be the show for you. There's constant violence, and I mean literally constant violence. I do not exaggerate this when I say literally every 3 to 5 minutes, somebody is getting killed, whether it's being shot, stabbed, decapitated, choked to death, drowning, or burned alive. I mean, just whatever. And I've talked about other crime shows on this show before, and I know that shows like Criminal Minds and Law and Order and like many other shows like that, they have many moments that are disturbing and disgusting and cringeworthy and irritating, and it's just you look at it and go like, we can do better than that. But I think this show really took the cake on that one. I said this: if the following was a video game, it would basically be Mortal Kombat, because all you see is fatality, fatality, fatality. That's literally all it was fatality. That was like fatality. That was 90% of the show, 90 to 95% of the show. It was people dying and getting killed. Now, so I just kind of want to throw that out there. This is kind of the shortened version of it. Like I said, so the show is not currently to watch on any of the major streaming services. You can buy it digitally on Amazon, or you can get it on DVD. I'm going to put the trailer to the show in the comment section. Check it out, look at it, see if it looks good to you. And after that, I mean, you kind of just make your decision. But I kind of wanted to throw that out there. Overall, I give the show about an 8 or 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's my second favorite crime show out of all the ones that I've seen so far as of this recording. I'm pretty sure you all know what number 1 is for me. I would probably put Criminal Minds at number 3 as of now. So, I mean, it was quite something. There were many moments that were disturbing, emotional, heartbreaking. There was some happy moments in there. The good part is, at least all the bad guys, or at least most of the bad guys, were gone and dead and killed off. Joe Carroll, Arthur Strauss, Theo, Kyle, Daisy, most of them, Lily Gray, they were all killed off and dead. As far as what happened with Claire, who was played by Natalie Z, she basically just decided to, let Ryan Hardy do his thing and get himself situated. And I thought that she was going to return. Apparently she didn't. So other than that, I mean, that's just kind of what I want to throw out there. I think they had a good cast: Kevin Bacon, Shawn Ashmore, Jessica Stroup, Natalie Z, Diane Neal, Connie Nielsen, just a number of people, Ruth Kearney, just everybody did. James Purefoy, who played Joe Carroll. I mean, it was pretty well done show. There were talks that the show was probably going to have a season 4, but looks like that's not happening. The show ran from 2013 to 2015, and we're now in 2023. I don't think they're going to do that at this point. I mean, if they ever happen to do it, then I'd say, okay, good, I'll watch it. But I don't think it's happened at this point. But overall, it was a good show. So check out my other video if you want to. It's a much longer version of it. I would say it's more of a complete TV review compared to this one. But other than that, I thought The Following was a good show. You might be able to find some website where you can watch the whole show for free. But that's pretty much all I have to say about that. So that was The Following.